Hello and welcome to part 4 of this guitar course. In this lesson we're going to learn how to tune your guitar. Now, tuning your guitar is one of the most important things that you should do before you get started playing, because you may know how to play, you may know what to play, but if your guitar is out of tune, it's probably not going to sound very good. So we are going to learn how to tune in this lesson. I'm going to first give you some tips. The first tip to get started while you're tuning, this tip helps us to stop breaking strings, because this is like a thing. So if you just look over to my guitar, in the last part we covered the names of the strings. So I want to give you an example. We use these tuning keys, as we said, to tune the guitar, either tighten or loosen the strings. So you're supposed to make sure, if you are tuning the E string, the 6th string, and it's the one you're playing, you're supposed to make sure it's the one that you're turning. You make sure the tuning key that you're using corresponds to the string that you're using. So if I'm tuning the S string, the 5th string, I should look for the key that corresponds to the S string, because sometimes if I use a different key and I end up tightening something else and my E is not changing, it's probably going to cause some issues. So we are going to get over to my tuner. I have a digital tuner, and we're going to walk through tuning. We're going to tune the guitar together. Alright, so I have a tuner app on my phone, and we're going to use that. Basically how these tuners work is that you have colors, and then it will show you whether you are too low or too high from the right note, and then it will probably show you green for the right note. So we're going to get started. Let's have a look at a phone tuner. We're going to start with the E string. Let's try tuning the E string. If we play the E string, see it's kind of turning towards the left. So if we lower it a bit, you see it's on the left. If we raise it up, see it's too much on the right. So we make sure it's somewhere in the middle. We aim for green. Yes, that, and green shows it's on tune. Then we go to the S string, too low, tighten, on tune. To the D string, make sure you are tuning the right peg, the right key for that string. Too high, too low, on tune. Then to the G string, too high, right on tune. To the B string, too low, on tune. To the high E string, too low, too high, and you remember to play the note several times that it rings out. Sometimes your tuner app may not show the right note. You may have to play it a couple of times. Too high. And right on tune. Alright, so the other method that I want to show you without using a tuner is tuning by ear. Now this only works assuming your 6th string is on tune. So if I assume our 6th string is on tune and we can play it, then we'll go to the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go to the 5th fret of the 6th string and we play that. And this note corresponds to the 5th string. This is an A. On the 6th string, this 5th fret note that we're playing is an A. And remember, the 5th string is also and A. So ideally it's to make sure both notes sound the same. So on the 5th fret we play the 6th string and then the A string. You make sure they sound the same. So in a case that where it's a bit low, if you try that, not so good. So you may have to adjust the 5th string to the same note of playing. Too high. Right there. Sorry. Again. And that's more like it. Then we move on to the 5th fret, to the 5th string down. This is a D, which is it's supposed to correspond to the D string. So we repeat the same thing to make sure you can hear it. You still adjust, go through that same process. Then down to the 4th string, still in the 5th fret. It's a G note, which is supposed to correspond to the same. So you basically adjust the string below to match the string that you're holding, to make sure those notes are the same. Yes. So, but it changes when we reach the 3rd string. On the 3rd string, we don't go to the 5th fret, we go to the 4th fret to get that B note. On the 3rd string, the B note is on the 4th fret, which corresponds to the 2nd string, the B. So we try to play those. Yeah, that's about right. So you try that to make sure they sound the same. Then back to the 5th fret now. On the 2nd string, we go back to the 5th fret for the E note. The E note corresponds to the high E. So you try that. So you basically have to go through that process. That's what they call tuning by ear on the 5th fret. You basically make sure your 6th string is on tune and then just tune all the strings relative to it. So try that and try to just play your guitar off, down, the way. Just make it off tune, make it low, and then just try to retune it. Try, if you have the app, try using the app. If you don't have, try to tune your 6th string and then be able to tune the next strings with respect to it. Alright, so once we are done tuning the guitar and now we are able to play, we can move on to the next video. So I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you. See you in the next video.